Hi everybody. Hope you've been enjoying yourself here over the last day and a bit. So who am I? My name is Richard Ells. I'm the CEO and founder of Electroneum. We're based out of London, or just outside. And I've had 25 years experience growing technology companies, successful technology companies, luckily. We were looking at the 1.7 billion people in the world that are outside of the banking system and outside of financial inclusion. So we have a free app that anybody can download anywhere in the world. It's in 20 plus languages. This app enables people to use really easily ETN, designed for transferring value from place to place. But we made it instant. So you haven't got this delay. It makes it much more like using a credit card. We made it available to everybody. So we've built the first layer. We're very different to everybody else. Our blockchain layer is run by NGOs. So they get the block reward. We have NGOs running that layer. Now, we do that for a very specific reason. NGOs have been on the ground spending billions of dollars over decades trying to solve financial inclusion. And they've taken a look at us and said, oh, actually, do you know what? Working with these guys, I think we can solve a problem. So what we've got is a piece of software very similar to People Per Hour or Fiverr. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the task economy, and this is where things shake up. So if you are in the developing world and you don't have access to banking, but you do have access to ETN that you can use for things, which I'll come on to in a moment. But if you can use that for things and you've got a reason to earn it, then it would be nice for you to be able to earn some. So we realized that there is nothing like that in the world, so we've built one. And we've built it to showcase the fact that Electroneum can change the world. So if you imagine you are in a village, you are miles away from a city center, but you have access to the internet. We've already spoken today about how this wonderful internet has opened the world of information to people. So it's wonderful in one way in that it has shown people the world and it has opened up that level of education for people all over the world. But it has also shown people that they are poor. For the first time, perhaps, they realize how they stand in that world hierarchy. And people are intelligent all over the world. They have the ability to learn new skills, but they have no reason to learn those new skills because there's no outlet for them. If they don't want to move 400 miles to a city, and even in that city, they may not be able to have the outlet for a new digital skill. So AnyTask enables people to list a digital skill and sell that digital skill to people in the developed world who can pay for it with a credit card. We have this great legal process that enables someone to pay with a card, and that automatically gets converted into ETN, and the remittance takes place. It's almost free to transfer, and it works on very small micropayments. So someone can do a small digital skill for a few dollars and get paid for that job, no matter where they are in the world and no matter what state of banking they've got. Now, we've linked into our app quite a lot of mobile operators to enable people to top up their mobile phone with airtime and data directly from our app, directly with ETN. We've also got shops, hairdressers, we've got all sorts of people, car washes, we've got all sorts of people around the world that are now starting to accept ETN because they realize it has a value and they can pass it on to somebody else. So we are a whisker away now from having this full ecosystem. So AnyTask pays out with ETN. So it needs to buy ETN. And where does it buy the ETN from? It buys it from the exchanges or from OTC desks that are getting it or buying it themselves from mobile operators that are selling things for ETN. But we've had boots on the ground in Malawi, South Africa, Brazil, Turkey. We've been out to places, and what we've realized is we need to nudge this part by giving them somewhere to actually sell their skills, but then we realized actually we need something else as well. So we've been working with these NGOs. We have another platform that's launching as well. We have something called Task School. This is a not-for-profit that we are creating. The idea of Task School is that we can work with the NGOs to create e-learning. So we can take someone on a journey. Initially, they might only have a smartphone. So in fact, we've been to quite a lot of villages where smartphone ownership is higher than shoe ownership. So they've got a smartphone, they've got access to the internet, they understand where they are in the world. We can take them on a journey with learning some very, very simplistic skill. That might be singing happy birthday in their particular language. It might be arranging sticks or petals into the logo with a stop frame animation of a logo of a small business for their social media feed. But we've got things that people can sell for a few dollars to the developed world, to agencies, for instance, digital agencies. And they can sell those skills in, create things, and start their earning. If they can get to the point where they can earn maybe $100, $150, they can get to have a laptop. If you can get to have a laptop, suddenly the amount of skills that you can learn and the amount of things you can do is almost endless. So we can really change people's lives. This opportunity is absolutely enormous. The amount of money that can be generated in this sector is enormous. If you imagine, why do people buy from the task economy anyway, the gig economy as it's called sometimes? So why do people buy from it? They buy from it because it's cheaper than where they are. So largely, the existing gig economy is run by people that are banked, and mostly they're in cities around the world. If you imagine somebody can create exactly the same skill set but sell it for half the price, then the good old-fashioned greed of corporations will come in. If you could buy a logo for $150 at one place or $30 in another, you're going to buy it for $30. So I do believe we'll see this massive money flow start to come in to the developing world. I'm running out of time, so I shan't go on too much longer. But the reason we're here is because some of the people here have access to ideas, and they have access to people, and they have access to ventures that we haven't thought about yet for Electroneum. I wanted to introduce Electroneum to you guys. And please, if any of you have got things that you think, actually, I know how this can unlock something, I know how this can make the world a better place with this idea, we would love to hear from you. We're outside, and do please come and have a chat. So thank you for your time. I'm sorry I've run out of time. I do waffle on. Have a wonderful conference, everybody. Thank you very much indeed.